Grimbeard, we have to Del Bac.
What?
Del Bac to the future.
Hey! Welcome back to Worthadram. I'm Grim.
I'm Red.
Man, I threw him off.
Just done. Short Circuit. You ever see the movie Short Circuit?
Johnny Five Alive, of course I have.
We need to watch that movie.
You know I'm keeping this intro, right?
We should drink whiskey and watch that movie.
All right.
Like live vlog the movie.
Yeah. Speaking of the intro.
Your home of whiskey reviews, whiskey opinions, and whiskey jokes. What are we looking at today, Grim?
Oh, that was better than I imagined. So, today we're looking at Whiskey Del Bac. Whiskey Del Bac is local to Tucson, Arizona, which,
Yeah.
I mean, being able to cover a local distillery just thrills me.
Oh, it's amazing.
Not only that, this is actually the first bottle of whiskey that I've ever earned.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How did you earn that?
So you're the one that turned me on to Hamilton Distilleries, which owns and operates Whiskey Del Bac here in Tucson. Red mentioned that they have a volunteer bottling crew that he has not yet been called for.
I work every time they get selected for it.
Yeah, I have a job too, and I still went. Anyway, so you can go to Hamilton Distilleries. You can go to whiskeydelbac.com. Whatever the website is, we'll link it in the description below, right here, or in the description below. And so you enter your email, and they pull from a just randomly generated pool of volunteers. So they probably only have like 5 or 6 full-time employees there, which is a great business model. Oh yeah. They distill their own mash, they barrel, they age, they do everything local. In-house. So anyway, 5 or 6 full-time employees. When they get big batch orders for local or farther domestic orders for their whiskeys, they call in their volunteers, and you go in for the day. You get stuck at a station. You get either staging the empty bottles or preparing labels for the label maker, sealing the bottles, packaging, staging on the pallets. You form the bottling line, and you get to be part of the bottling experience. Yeah. You learn a little bit of the history of their distillery, which I believe you're going to get into in a little bit.
Sure.
No, but you learn a little bit about the process, and at the end of the day, or beginning of the shift, depending on whether you do the morning or the evening shift, they pay you with lunch, and they pay you with a bottle that you helped to package that day.
Which is awesome.
Sorry, my ring hit the bottle, and that was probably a little loud. So that's why I said this is the first bottle of whiskey that I've ever earned. So I staged the empty bottles that day that I was there.
Yeah.
And I went home reeking of whiskey because the bottling machine that they have usually, so they'll stage I think 6 bottles, and then sometimes you'll get a bad seal on one of them.
Yeah.
I'm right there under the waterfall, under the whiskey fall.
I mean that actually sounds like being under a whiskey fall. I mean that's a dream.
It was a great day. It was a great day.
No, so that's awesome, being able to work and getting paid in whiskey. I mean, that's pretty sweet.
If I didn't need money so much, I would get paid in whiskey by default.
Wouldn't we all? Really? Comment down below if you would accept payment in whiskey for just odd jobs around the neighborhood, that sort of thing. Let's get into this.
Yeah.
We're looking at the Dorado?
Yeah, we are looking at the Dorado. So
no, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, it's all good. So this is admittedly the only Del Bac whiskey that I've tried. Obviously, astute viewers will notice that this bottle is
about half empty.
Half empty.
Half full.
No. A bottle like this is half empty. Half full would be implied like, oh God, I still got to get through half of this.
No, but I mean, I'm an optimist. So
I mean, you haven't tried this one yet?
I haven't tried this one yet.
Okay,
I'm very excited.
So you don't even know if this is half full or half empty.
I
yet.
am also very excited. This is the first corked bottle that we are getting into. So, oh yes, that, whew, that was good. That's a good cork. You know what? +1 for Del Bac and their corks. So Whiskey Del Bac, the Dorado, the story started back in 2006. The owners of Hamilton Distilleries here in Tucson, barbecuing in their backyard with some mesquite wood, and they had a brain blast, drinking some scotch. And I need you to do a lightning effect there, by the way. Drinking some scotch.
Special effects cost extra, Don.
I'll pay for this one. Drinking some scotch for the third time now. And brain blast, bam, could they malt barley with mesquite wood? And so, an experiment was born. And since then, they've been running through the Dorado, mesquite smoked, 100% malted barley, mesquite smoked, aged in American oak casks, and should be a taste of the American Southwest. So I am super excited being here for, I think, 20-ish years now. Getting a taste of Southwest whiskey. I can already get some of the mesquite off
Not
of
even
that.
nosing the glass.
I mean, I'm back here and I can already get some of that. I can't tell you how excited I am right now.
So I hope you're excited because I just went through half of the half that I had left.
You know what? I will
It's
buy
worth
you
it.
another bottle. It is.
It's worth it
100%
because
worth
we're doing good stuff here.
Yes. So if you're from the Southwest, 1, comment down below +1 for the Southwest. 2,
Not to single out our Northeast brothers.
I mean, +1
sisters.
if you visited the Southwest, have heard of the Southwest, or know the general.
So my friends and family.
The general region in which the American Southwest resides. That being said,
If your name's D'Angelo and you love the American Southwest, which is the first of many Office references we're gonna pull up.
so
throughout
many.
This channel.
Oh man, I have many I have forgotten so far, and it just hit me in the head that I forgot to mention them in previous episodes, and I had planned to. What I was getting at was, if you've been to the Southwest, you know the smell of mesquite.
Yeah.
Whether, and this is going to sound bad, whether it's wildfires or barbecues or what have you.
There's a lot of controlled burns out here.
I mean, there are, yeah, for sure. But you know that smell of mesquite. It is distinct, and it's delicious. This smells like, I mean, what I get, and we've talked about it before, but a lot of smell is memory. What I remember, this, just backyard barbecues.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
it's like it takes you back to 2006 when they were like, "Hey, maybe we can make an American Scotch."
oh yeah,
with...
exactly. It's, you mentioned something. You just mentioned American Scotch. I mean, that's
So their process almost it's basically making a Scotch here in the United States. The only thing that they're swapping out is peat smoke from mesquite.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, like, while the mesquite is, what's the word I'm like, prevalent.
Yeah,
like
and I'm hung up on the mesquite. I love the smell. Mesquite smoked tri-chip, one of my favorite things in the world to eat. But
there is a little bit of a chocolate smell.
yeah,
Yep. Which, I mean, I believe that's part of their profile.
what they're going for.
Yep. And
I don't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I personally can smell it, so I think that they've nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get chocolate. I get a little bit of sweetness though, and maybe that's chocolate for you, just sweetness for me.
Yeah, probably.
But enough talking. I need to taste this.
I'd like to
in my mouth.
Get lost in your tongue, Don.
I should have waited. That doesn't count.
Go ahead.
That doesn't count as a first taste.
Go ahead.
I need to have a sip of water just to wash out what that did to my mouth.
All right.
Again, subscribe to our other channel, Worth the Dram After Dark. Oh, man.
So again, the mesquite.
Definitely get the mesquite.
Right up front.
And it just rides. Like I'm still breathing mesquite.
Yep.
Out of my nose.
Very long finish.
Yeah.
Very, very long.
Man, I like that. A lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke a lot of meat, and that's going to sound weird now that I say it out loud. So I enjoy that. I do enjoy that smoky
After dark.
I do enjoy that smoky afterbirth. Speaking of
two office references in one episode and a
two.
snort from our behind the scenes. No, stop. You need to drink first.
Camera woman Nick / director Nick. Yes, we're trying to get more subscribers, so multiple office references from here on out. But yeah, it just rises. Anyway, I was talking about this again, just off the taste. You know, I said it off the smell, but off the taste as well. Just standing in front of a smoker or a barbecue, flipping meat. That's just
you don't have to
brings
say
me
meat
to-
like that. I can tell you this though, like that persists.
Yeah,
It feels real good. It's a very, very good whiskey.
I get it for sure.
Speaking of subscribers, I do want to take a minute. We got to shout out to my mother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, Mama Grimm.
You may have noticed the glasses we've been drinking water out of.
Yep. So we've had some concerns during this current pandemic that Red and I should not be drinking out of the same glasses. So my mother has gone and sent us in some. What's the word?
Monogrammed?
Monogrammed. I was going to say monetized.
Monetized eventually.
Yeah, eventually. So monogram glasses. My darling mother. That's kind of like a side gift because she actually sent us a project.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Super excited about that too.
Yeah, we will get into that.
I'm just all types of excited today. Don't look at me.
Second thing that I feel we should address. We've had a couple questions. So people have asked us like why we have a single shelf here in the middle. This is it's our reward shelf.
Reward?
Yeah. It's
reward
a milestone
Reward
shelf.
I like it.
Yeah.
I need to take another drink of this.
I'll join you. Hold on one second.
I'm already done.
That mesquite just doesn't quit.
No, it's so good.
And it's not. So it sounds like I'm complaining.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's delicious.
I'm lauding this whiskey right now.
Anyway,
so this is our milestone shelf. Here in Arizona, Weller is.
it's tough to come by.
It's pretty hard to get your hands on.
I'm gonna Vanna White this for a second.
There is a bourbon called Pappy Van Winkle's or Old Van Winkle's that you basically need to win a lottery every year just for the opportunity to buy. However, W.L. Weller is the same mash bill, so it should be
close.
It should be pretty similar in taste. So we've decided that once we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to crack that bad boy open, and then
be a special episode.
Yep. So that'll be its own standalone episode, and then after that, we'll just choose another milestone, and we'll put another rare bottle up there. Rare is kind of subjective, though. It's rare for us.
Depending on where you're at.
I mean, I've heard people in Kentucky can get that for $20. Like, that's...
Wait, really?
Yeah.
All right, stay tuned for Red and Grim in Kentucky.
Which, another reason ahead of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. It's on our list.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. We're going to get there one day.
Yep. So, round robin. Thank you, Mama.
Oh, 100, yeah, thank you, Mrs. Rogers. Appreciate that.
And stay tuned
amazing.
for the special project.
Yeah. I mean, you also mentioned, Corona, pandemic stuff, and Grim and I are not 6 feet apart.
We're not. We've received some concerns that we're not really practicing social distancing. However, you've been working from home
Since like March.
So I've drastically reevaluated the way that I interact with people at work, and I've maintained at most times greater than 6 feet of separation.
And I believe it's 100% mask usage.
Yeah, I've been wearing a mask at all times.
So that was a weird cut.
It sure was.
We're on our second glass now.
Is that your first weird cut?
That is my first weird cut. After dark.
All right, so
second glass. This one's been resting for a little bit.
It's been about 20 minutes for us.
Aerating a little bit. Probably
breathing.
5 minutes for you guys. But
It's
been breathing for a little bit. I've lost track of all space and time.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Less mesquite.
Yep. I thought
more chocolate.
I just said in one of the last clips that the mesquite just doesn't quit.
Yeah.
And it checked out.
Wow. No, I mean, it's still there.
It's still there.
It's still what I get.
But
it's still what I get first.
It's kind of like it's kind of like what you're doing. You're just working from home.
That's true. I am not essential.
The mesquite took a back seat.
And I get more chocolate on the nose.
Yeah.
That time, what has been resting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I mean, mesquite still is driving the car, so to speak. But chocolate is now, instead of being in the back seat, chocolate's riding shotgun.
So the mesquite's the backseat driver.
I mean, mesquite's still driving.
Like you should get into the left lane.
Yeah.
When you can.
I'm very confused about the references that are happening right now.
That's pretty much how my wife backseat drives. I'm gonna jump into this here. I can't wait.
Whew. I still can't get enough out of this.
So the smoke is still there in the flavor.
Smells.
Taste that mesquite is still there.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I get a little bit more, I don't know if it's sweetness. On the back. So as the smoke starts to ride out, sweetness starts to come in. Almost maybe toffee like. Not
okay.
Killing you with, not like jumping from the corner ring.
Yeah. So
People's elbow you in the face.
I feel like that mesquite is still in control.
Yeah, it's driving the car for sure.
Yeah. So that mesquite flavor, I've tried making mixed drinks for people with this before.
Yeah.
And it does not work. I've made mules, I've made sours. That mesquite flavor
just crushes everything.
Yep. However, a mesquite old fashioned.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Really?
Yep. A little bit of simple syrup. An orange peel, a couple dashes of bitters. Obviously, this mesquite whiskey.
I wish we had those ingredients in front of us at this moment.
All right. Nose the mesquite. Actually, nose it again because I think the mesquite came back. It was a hit and run, but the mesquite drove right back around the block.
It dill back from the future. No, it's still. I mean, for me, it's always been in the driver's
Well,
seat.
it took a back seat on the first snifferizer.
Please don't ever say that word to me again.
I tried getting in to snort the tail back. Whew. Anyway, so it took a back seat on the first nose, but it came, like I said, it came back around the block.
Yeah. No, for me, it's all, like I said, it's always been in the driver's seat. After it's been resting for a little bit, I get a little bit more of the chocolate coming forward, the sweetness coming forward.
Absolutely.
Especially in the nose and in the taste. As that mesquite is riding out, mesquite's doing this, sweetness is doing this. This isn't sound waves, like alternating sound waves cancel each other out. This is taste waves. And they complement each other.
Steel isn't paper. You know what happens if you stick it in a furnace? It burns.
It burns. Third Office reference. So if we were to rate this, given our baseline from the previous 3 episodes, where would you rate this as a... I don't want to say anything. I want to influence you. So where would you rate this?
I got to tell you, this is a staple in my Bac hat.
In the Bac hat.
In the Bac hat.
Staple in the Bac hat. Staple.
Way up the Bac hat, Morty. This is, I absolutely have to keep this stocked.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad that we went through that much.
No,
I'm not.
I'm actually feeling pretty good about it right now.
I'm honored to share this with you.
Yeah.
Like that,
sure.
that's a good one. That I saved this when my dad came out the last time, and the next bottle that I get, I'm gonna save again.
What reading about this whiskey, they say it's a taste of the American Southwest, and I 100% agree with that.
Yep.
It reminds me of every backyard mesquite smoked barbecue I've ever been to.
With a glass of whiskey.
With a glass of whiskey in hand.
Yep.
So, scale of 1 to 10.
It's a 7.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah?
It's something I want in my Bac hat, and I want to have on hand, especially for folks visiting out of town.
Take a sip, let it sit for a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds even. I heard that.
Yeah, well, I won't say what I was going to say.
It doesn't quit.
It doesn't.
Nope. It's a solid 7.
It keeps going.
And I feel like, all right, so this is early on in the series. I feel like we're reserving our 8s, 9s, and 10s, knowing that there are, and that's purely because we know that there are great white buffaloes out there.
Great white buffalo.
Anyway, so 7, until we find an 8, 7 is pretty much our top marks.
It's our highest rating right now.
Yeah.
For sure. And as we go farther down the series, again, I think we've said it every episode, we are not experts.
Nope.
You are along this journey with us. And, I mean, I can't wait to revisit this in a future episode.
Oh, yeah,
After
100%.
We get through, 100, 200, 300, however many whiskeys.
That's a lot of whiskey.
I'm not saying we'll wait that long. I want to revisit this.
Absolutely.
And I want to revisit it soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so
I want to film us killing that bottle.
Anyway.
That was a weird cut.
All right. So thank you for tuning in. If you're still with us, be sure to like us over on Facebook. Check out our Instagram.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Which this is YouTube here. Comment, like, and subscribe.
Comment down below if you want to get paid in whiskey for any odd job around the house. And as a very sloppy red, I'm reminding you, however you drink your whiskey, that is the right way.